listen to the sound of that chicken. It's ridiculous. So there are a couple of secrets for getting this chicken super awesome. First one is the marinade. So I'm going to start off with some garlic. Okay, I just need a rough chop on those. All right, and now I want the coriander stems and root part because that holds a whole bunch of flavor. Save those coriander leaves for later. And now for the spices. And this is really what kind of sets this chicken apart, this southern fried chicken, from a regular fried chicken in Thailand. So I've got some cumin seeds, and you could use ground cumin, but I like to add in the seeds because even though we're going to blend this, you still get these little sort of pops of cumin flavor as you're eating the chicken. Okay, and I want a really good helping of ground white pepper. So the main flavors here should really be that garlic and pepper flavor. And then I want a little bit of turmeric, and that's going to give us a little bit of nice color. And now for all the seasonings. I've got some oyster sauce, soy sauce, a dash of sugar. Now that sugar is really important here because you really want to balance between those salty flavors and a little bit of sweetness as well. And then finally, I want a few good pinches of salt. Now just blend that until it's nice and smooth. That smell, I can smell the garlic and the pepper and the cumin. Delightful. Now, one extra tip here for really getting that marinade right inside those chicken pieces is I'm going to slice through to the bone, slice through the meat so that we're getting some extra nooks and crannies for all of marinade to permeate. Slicing the chicken like this also helps it cook faster in the oil, which is good. So I'm using thighs and drumsticks today because, you know, that's just the way I like to roll. But if you would like to use chicken breast or a mixture of pieces, totally up to you. Okay, and these bone-in thighs look quite large, so I'm going to slice them in half. Okay, now I'm going to put these chicken pieces into a bag. And now that super fragrant marinade goes on top. Now we just close that up and give that bag a really good shake. You want to massage those chicken pieces, make sure they're all getting a load of marinade all over them. So this is a super intense marinade, so we don't need an overnight or a couple of days scenario. Just 1 to 2 hours is perfectly fine. Let's open this up and see what we've got. Ah, the smell is so beautiful. And now we'll get the chicken pieces nice and evenly coated in some rice flour. That's what's going to give us that super epic crunch. Looks like these guys are having a roll in the snow. Now for the part where the magic happens, the deep frying. So I want this oil to be hot, but not too hot. So we're looking at about 170 degrees Celsius, about 320 Fahrenheit, because the chicken's going to spend about 8 to 10 minutes in here. Now, if you don't have a thermometer, you can use a wooden spoon, and you're just looking for some fast-paced little bubbles surrounding that wooden spoon. That tells you you're ready to go. Now, safety first, be gentle here. Just slide the chicken pieces in away from you. Now, you're going to want to do this in batches so that you give each piece a chance to get its own little patch of oil in there. And I really like to tend to them as I'm cooking, so I'm turning them over, making sure there's no really hot spots at the bottom of the chicken pieces because we want to get an even color all over the outside. What we want is a really beautiful, dark, even crust. Wow, looks good, they're smelling good, the color is unbelievable. You guys are gonna love this one. There's just something about fried chicken that's so joyful. Now, as with anything that's just come out of hot oil, you want to sprinkle them with some salt. And now onto the next batch. So you can keep the first batch in the oven and keep that nice and warm while you're doing the second batch. And now my absolute favorite part, listen to the sound of that chicken. It's ridiculous. Now, traditionally with this Hat Yai Fried Chicken, you serve it with crispy, crunchy shallots, so you want plenty of those. And then you want a sweet chili sauce. Now, I like my sauces to be spicy, so I'm going for a spicy sweet chili and just a little sprinkling of coriander on there as well. Wow, you guys are really gonna love this one. What's this?